There is much more going on than meets the eye. The adventure begins here.
Cool.
And that's how trades are done on CS Money. With Hellcase multi-cases, you're no longer restricted by random case opening mechanisms. Now, you are able to pick any of the cells containing skins and actually determine what you win. Use the promo code and dive right in.
Alright everyone, welcome back. The name's Danny. This time around, it's our second map of the best of 3 series. It will be the map pick here of Prosto. Which, in all fairness, if this is the map pick of Prosto, they wonder what they're going to be able to pull off here. Because thus too, even though it was the map pick of Nemiga, it was definitely a very close affair there to the very end. It really could have gone either way. Here though, Prosto showing us here that they definitely know how to play a map like Nuke. We're straight up rush here on the upper bomb site, and yet they're not able to find too much to work with here. Unless they Kinder with 3 kills, not too shabby, but even he runs out of luck. So there's the first round here for Nemiga, and quite a convincing one, I'd say. I definitely saw that some of the Prosto guys, the purchasing utility, though I'm not really sure where they ended up using it. Uh-oh. Wait. What? This is interesting, yes. I thought that Prosto was just gonna go for Nico here, but apparently Ivan has decided to buy himself Kevlar. Then Yakinder's like, yo, you buying Kevlar? Then here's my SG. So, okay, let's see how this works out here for Prosto. As right now they have one individual who's armed to the teeth. Ghetto guys, can't really say that's the same with them. And even though their player with the SG ends up dying quite quickly, Def is able to recover it. And he goes down. So, Yo is able to have some pretty good kills here. Sadly, we missed pretty much every single kill so far. And Lonesome Yakinder only with the Glock in his hands. Yeah, really nothing he can do other than... Oh, that's some damage being done. But yes, this will be a round here for Nemiga. And I'm quite concerned, what will Prost do at this point? Will they actually try to make the investment here? Seems to be yes. Flarich, the other guy's already purchasing the AK, so yes, it looks like Prost will try to give it their all in this round. And I must admit, though, the previous purchase, I mean, it did net them 2 kills, but I don't think it was simply... They were hoping to maybe acquire a bit more with that SG purchase, more than just the 2 kills. Let's see how it's going to work out here for Prosto, as here they have rifles invested, the CZ in the hands of Yakinder, because he did end up dropping his buddy last round. Yo actually losing a decent amount of HP, I'm not sure how that happened. And we can Prosto definitely have themselves a very fast push here on the bomb side. Right now they made their way down secret. Of course, a guy like Rub was going to make sure that none of these Prosto guys going to be able to break his defensive, but as we can see, the Prosto players taking their sweet time entering the bomb site. So while they've took their sweet time, we can see that Nemiga, they've got the majority of their players here outside ramp, just ready and waiting for Prosto to make their way into the bomb site. But that doesn't really seem to be the case. In fact, Prosto, if anything, they're taking the sweet time. It looks like they're going to be heading back outside and maybe going on that A-bomb site through the garage area, which seems to be very plausible. Or, wow, or even better, looks like they're gonna go for the straight up wraparound onto the ramp side, I guess. They can try to go for that or boost up some of their players up in the heaven area and also go through the A-bomb site. They got so much opportunities right now. Robo missing the grenade. Good thing that doesn't do the most amount of damage. But Kenzer, he's going to be quite surprised to see that the A-bomb site is pretty much abandoned. There's not a single player here from Nemiga holding things down here, and as the bomb will be planted, there's Kenzer finding one more kill. In fact, Kenzer could go for more here, as I think he definitely spotted MDS in that position. Dev is able to find two, and this is looking like a pretty good round right now for the likes of Prosto. As Flarich, all he has to do, yep, find the kill on MDS, and this is pretty much it. This is the round here for Prosto. There's really nothing Robo can do at this point, other than just try to save that M4 of his. And I have to admit, as much of a risky round that was for Prosto, they have been able to come out on top. There was a lot of risk involved, like them taking over upper control there pretty late into the round, and in general entirely giving up secret control just to go outside. I'm quite surprised to see how well that worked out here for Prosto. As we can see on the back of it, they've reset the economy here for Nemiga. And with that economy kind of being reset, looks like Nemiga will just try to go for the force buy here. They will invest in everything they have, but that everything obviously isn't too much, especially when you compare it to Prosto. Seems to be a pusher outside from Prosto, but they're just tempting. They're just really testing out the waters. Not making the full-on commitment here towards the secret area, it looks like, but now as the smoke grenades are deployed, now they will have to face the likes of MBS right behind the red container, yet they somehow able to spot him out. I think there is a bit of a gap there in the smoke grenades, and Robo does net some damage on the Prosto players, but obviously not too much. Right about now. Oh, how did this happen? Yo, alongside his buddy Hitmouse, somehow able to eliminate 3 of the Prosto players. And most importantly, with him changing up his positions constantly, it does make things a lot harder for Prosto to approach this lower bomb site. Ikinder, alongside his buddy Flarich, Ikinder does some crucial shots. It does mean that the A-bombs doesn't have a single defender at this point, and it looks like Hitmouse and Robo, they'll just have to make their way through ramp, and if they want to try to contest this bomb site, it's not going to be too easy for them, especially with them not having any defuse kits to work with. It kind of looks like if Flarich gets this kill, or Ikinder's going to position himself in the upper area, this round is pretty much over for Nemiga. It looks like they still want to try to go for it. I mean, Robo's positioning isn't too bad, but I can see how well the timing is working out here for Prosto. Flarich gonna be able to spot out Hitmouse, get the kill as well, and there's really nothing Robo can do here. Flarich, oh, he doesn't really have the bomb plan for him, but like I said, Robo doesn't have the defuse kit to work with, so it will be a round here for Prosto, even though it wasn't the most cleanest of rounds. It's a victory nonetheless. Yep, those kills in particular, like Ikinder, pretty much pops off there. He has some good time there, he must admit. If it doesn't see the second guy there, I'm almost certain that even though Prosto might commit to the A-bomb save, it would have been a lot harder to try to hold things down there. It's a good thing that Ikinder was able to do his part, and Prosto, they have been able to even up the scoreline, as the lineup here seems to be yet again trying to go for outside control, which does make a lot of sense in this case, especially when you're hoping your opponents to be what seems to be on a full-on eco, except for Robo's saved AK-47. I think there's still a bit of a gap here, so Robo might just be able to find something here. He definitely knows there's a lot of players right beside him, but of course he can't see a single one of them. Oh, there you go. There's Robo find a kill, but of course he does end up going down. That's still a pretty big opening here for maybe Yo to get something done here. He sees the player. Oh no, Yo, he can't win the fight. The aim punch kicks in, and it becomes a lot harder for him to actually get that last kill. Yeah, this is just looking like a pretty good round here for Prosto. They end up losing one player, which still isn't too bad. And they can be quite happy with their quick success. And so far, 3 rounds for them. And we will be able to see a proper investment here from Nemiga, which means that we get to see like the M4s come out, the AUG here in the hands of Yo, but some extra utility also to boot, but it's obviously not looking too great here for the likes of Nemiga. The investment for Prosto is looking much more stronger. We'll see how they're going to use it, because the way Prosto are moving right now, it looks like they're going to be keeping things pretty simple, just straight up pushing into the bomb site. Yo is getting completely blinded off, and he finally goes down, but you can see that there's some crucial kills being fired out here by Prosto. However, the rotation is here. MDS finds a kill on Yakinder, and Lollipop finds one against Ivan, so it will be 3 kills for Lollipop in the round. And even though Prosto do try to change things up a little bit, it clearly didn't work out for them. It was a nice idea, not gonna lie, but I probably would have loved to see them use the utility they had in that round in a more, I'd say, safer sense. You have so much utility, so why not again, right before entering one of these bomb sets, like in this case the 8 bomb site, why not try to go for a bit of a fake, maybe try to pull off more players from the 8 bomb site from Nemiga to some different part of the map. And yes, they're gonna be able to see that player. At least he's good for 1 kill. Not sure for how long he can survive in this position, because the players are definitely coming right next to him. He's so low on 1 point of health, and yet he's still alive and kicking. Should go down. Finally does here. But again, we can see that pretty early on here, the damage has been dealt on the Prosto players, and Yakinder finds kill against Robo, so suddenly the scales are back in favor of Prosto. Again, with Nuke being such a huge map, and a lot of angles to be holding for the CTs, they have to start making plays. They can't just be waiting for Prosto to make a push on one of the bomb sites. That is why Lollipop has taken a bit of a more proactive role, as he is pushing outside, and it kind of looks like maybe some of the Prosto guys might just be able to catch him off, but as he ends up being lifted up on the silo, Yakinder anticipates it. That is some great game sense there from Yakinder. As with that kill now being found out, this makes things even more sour for Hitmouse and Yo. Looks like, yeah, they're just gonna barrel on their way on the A bomb site. There's Hitmouse here in the upper area, which, oh, still wins the fight against Ivan. Not too bad. There's a second kill here for Hitmouse. Suddenly becomes so doable here for Nemiga to win this clutch. Yakinder hopes him and sees Yo. This means that Yakinder now left in a 1-on-2 scenario, and of course Hitmouse out of the middle of open. Yakinder will get the better of him, and most importantly, 4 kills in the round. And some crucial kills at that. I just wonder how on earth did he anticipate Lollipop to be in that position he was in. You know, the silo up there on top. Trying to use some of the rifles in this scenario. Prosto, I'm gonna be trying to make these I'm gonna be taking these long range engagements for days in this scenario, going up against the pistol. So in long range engagements, you should be able to come out on top more often than not with your rifles, you know, the AK-47s and whatnot. Though of course, the way a map like Nuke works, at one point or another, you're still gonna have to get into the nitty-gritty of all. And if you're going to be entering one of these bomb sites, you're still going to have to face some of these close quarters engagements. Well, they actually check MDS. Apparently, yes, sure they will. There's actually a pretty good dink there by, I'm not sure which player it was, but he definitely gets the good dink there on Yakinder. Hitmouse right now seems to be the only player on this B bomb site right behind the silo, but as the player's gonna pour on in, yes, he's gonna have a very difficult time to hold this one down, and so far so good here for Prosto. They don't end up losing a single player, and it will be quite the clean round for them. Oh, this is quite an interesting purchase from one of the Nemiga players. Yo ends up going for the XM. It is weird though how like the pro players have pretty much forgot the existence of the Mag 7 or the Nova. In fact, primarily if anyone's going for the purchase of a shotgun, it's more often than not nowadays the XM being purchased. I do wonder where he's positioned at, yo. If he's down here towards secret, then yeah, that gun can be quite the powerful one in that position. But doesn't being Nuke and all in. I'm taking a look at the minimap. Oh, there you go. There's Zeo station at. Ah, still a pretty good spot. Laying on top of the hut. Doesn't look like he will be able to find a lot of action here. And oh, sure. I'm not really sure how that happened, but that's an early kill here for Kenzer with the Molotov of his. It does look like Prosto gonna be heading here towards ramp, and they just might have perfect timing right now. Hitmouse has abandoned his post, and we can see that at least he can hear a lot of the Prosto guys making a lot of noise here. And ramp side, it looks like, yeah, Prosto, they can simply now wrap around to this bomb site. However, you can see the rotation has come through. Pretty much all the players here on this A bomb site is Lonesome Lollipop remaining. And I'm not really sure if we can find any more kills here, but he's going to continue on holding things down on Blue HUD. He can still get something done, and nope, he gets found out by Ivan. So there's one more kill here for Prosto and Nemiga. Looks like it is another eco for the Belarusians. As Nemiga, it seems to be quite a difficult side for them to be holding. Like I said, I did take a look at the win percentages here for Nemiga on a map like Nuke, and it's obviously not looking that great. I think they have a 33 win percentage on a map like Nuke, which they have played 6 matchups. Though it is also important to note that Nemiga didn't face the highest caliber of teams. In fact, they went up the likes like Good Job, you know, one of their countrymen, which obviously does sour a bit. Oh, especially when you go up against the likes of Prosto. Hitmouse still finds one more kill with the 5-7. That's not too bad, I guess, but we can definitely argue this round isn't looking the cleanest here for Prosto, as they end up losing quite a lot of their players, in fact. So they will have to make quite a hefty investment in this upcoming round, but at the very least, it's still a victory here for Prosto. Alright, looks like for the first time ever in this matchup, we do get to see the sniper rifles come out for both teams. We get to see Robo make the purchase, as well as Ivan in the scenario. No way the odds are looking that way. That's 10 odds for Prosto. The team has somehow not only have won the first map, but they're also on a pretty good leading streak here in the first half of the second map. There was some odd looking odds, but forget I said that. Just forget I said that. That was a horrible pun. Robo here outside, hoping to spot at least one of these players, but there's really nothing much going on. It looks like the Prosto player is going to be throwing down some of those cross smokes. Ivan? What just happened? Did he just jump off the silo? Oh man, don't tell me that was the case. That was such a... I bet that was quite the satisfying moment there for Ivan. Well, this is suddenly even better here for Nemiga, as it's suddenly turned to a 5-on-3. I would presume that the Prosto players at this point, yeah, their best bet would be try to regroup and try to hit one of the bomb sites, which seemed to be plausible. If any side they're going to be going for, it's going to be this A bomb site. Yo, holding the angle, the off angle most importantly. I'm not really sure if the Prosto guys going to check it. They surely do. And right now, as the pushes continue on moving forward, they have to face Robo and Lollipop. And it's very hard to be hitting that inner bomb site when you have guys like Robo and Lollipop just firing off. So there will be another round here for Nemiga. They definitely could use at least a couple more rounds here on the CT side. Otherwise, things can get pretty bad here for the Belarusians. Especially if they end up losing this round, which means that their money would be reset. And that's, of course, such a horrible scenario for the Belarusians at this point. You want to try to actually have a good potential at winning this first half. It's still a possibility. But by you not having money, that's obviously very difficult. Oh, looks like Robo is going to be able to find the initial kill here. So that was again a pretty good opening here for the Nemiga players, but even though he has been smoked off here towards the hell area, Robo is still holding a pretty tight angle here. And he might just be able to get something done here unless the Prosto guys do end up deciding to try to go for the boost, but it looks like there's going to be one player right in the crosshairs there of Robo. And this seems to be yet again like a very good scenario here for Nemiga. Yo, and most importantly ends up winning that fight. Because imagine if Yo ends up dying, that suddenly turns into a free-on-free. Which would be quite satisfying here for the Nemiga players. And in fact, like I said, Flyers, look at his positioning right now. The Latvian moving up. Not going to be able to see a single player just yet, but I think Lollipop might have heard the footstep there from one of these players. There we go. There's Flyers finding the kill. This does mean that the bomb can be planted. Oh, good stuff here from the Latvian duo. As Flyers will drop down the bomb for Kinder so that he could get the bomb plant in. This means that right now they still have some pretty decent positions, you have to admit. Flyers in particular. Can't really say the same for Kinder, but he's still going to try to give it his best shot. Of course, it's going to be the Nemiga players coming in from the inner bomb side. We'll see how it works out here, but they are definitely taking their sweet time. Right now, they're deploying some of that utility to get Kinder out of position, which they do succeed. But right about now, Flyers, yes, it's so difficult to be holding that one. And does Hitmouse enough time? Looks like he does, but yes, he should be able to get the defuse in. Yes, there we go. Would have loved to see Hitmouse POV in that regard, but yes, the defuse does comes in. And there is one more round here for Nemiga. 5 rounds to be exact. And even though I did tout how the money situation isn't looking too good for Nemiga, in fact, if you take a look at Prosto, they themselves are kind of struggling in that regard. Wouldn't be too surprised if they actually decide to make the force buy here, but obviously as this first half is coming to a close, Nemiga suddenly having more and more opportunities to still secure themselves a decent half. And that's what they really want, Nemiga, a decent half at this point, because as Prosto has got 7, I mean, your best bet is obviously try to acquire 8, which would mean you have to win 3 rounds in a row. But the way the money situation is looking here for Prosto is looking much more possible for Nemiga to even get those 8 rounds. Oh, looks like we're going to be seeing a simple push here from Prosto straight up in the upper bomb site, and yet Yo and MDS still able to find some good kills. And interestingly enough, Ivan will pretty much leave his buddy to die, and yet we're somehow down to a very peculiar one-on-one scenario in which Hitmouse is stuck here in the upper bomb site. And on the rafters in particular, yep, Hitmouse definitely sees Def in that position. And even though there were some very good kills being found out there by Prosto pretty early on here, whilst entering the bomb site, we just saw how things did get difficult once they had to face the guys coming in from garage. Which is, again, I mean, comes down to the fact that Prosto didn't have a lot of utility in that round, surely. If they would have been able to take the bomb site with those free kills early on and then they deploy the utility, that's easy. That's a very good possibility for Prosto to get themselves the round win. But in this case, can't say it worked out too good. A simple rush here to the B bomb site. Hitnaz, of course, tries to back away, but he's simply not quick enough here. The pistols are much more faster here from Prosto as they continue on with their push here on the B bombs. And now we can see Nemiga have made the rotate here. Robo firing up shots and doing a very good job at it. It's just that Prosto, yeah, they simply haven't been able to plant the bomb quick enough. And even though Flash does find one more kill, being right behind the silo puts him in a pretty bad position. Though Flarich ain't gonna be going down that easily, you can see. He can definitely plant the bomb at this point if he does wish so, but looks like he will just walk into the crosshairs here of Robo, trying to win the fight with the USP. Gotta be quite careful about that, Robo. You're going up against one of the more better players here for Prosto. Now, what does Flarich do at this point? The good thing for him is that he does have a decent amount of time to work with. In fact, like 40 seconds. Oh, does see one of these players. But does Yo really want to take the fight? He doesn't really have to. In fact, looks like Flash might just be able to sneak past through them. And that seems to be pretty much it. As he's been able to sneak past through the remaining CT players on the B bomb site. If he continues on shifting towards A, he can still put himself in a somewhat good position. I'm not really sure if Flash heard the footsteps there. Oh man, this is so smart from him. We can see that now all the players here from the Nemiga have made the rotate here towards the bomb site. However, they have been bamboozled. Flash just here should be able to plant the bomb, and yes, Yo gonna stop him. Yes, he will. So there you go. There's the 7th round for Nemiga. And as we can see, this half is turning out to be pretty good here for the Belarusians. At one point, it looked pretty horrible for them, I must admit. But here, with them now having 7 rounds, it's pretty decent. I'd say they could be quite happy about their amount of rounds for now. Oh, I haven't seen this much from Nemiga at all here on the CT side. We're seeing a pretty big aggressive play here. Robo alongside his teammate moving in here, and they will net them 1 kill. Most importantly, they'll also be able to back away with their lives intact. So that is a pretty good opening here for Nemiga, and we can see that they're finally coming alive here on the CT side. This might just be one of the more convincing victories here from Nemiga. But as I end up saying it, Ivan made his way down secret. Looks like he's going to try to win the fight against Yo, but Yo has made a very good wraparound. Well done by him. I mean, there's one more kill working out here for Nemiga. And most importantly, the only 2 players surviving here for the Prosto side, Flarich and Yakinder, make it all in the hands of Yakinder if he wants to try to win this clutch. Which in all fairness, it's not going to be too easy, Yakinder. Yep, there you go. There's Lollipop finding a kill, and even though at one point it looked very dire here for Nemiga in this half, it was 7-3, ladies and gentlemen. We can see that Nemiga have been able to win 5 rounds in a row and thus secure the 8th. If anything, I'd say that Nemiga can be quite satisfied with the result, especially with them now winning 5 rounds in a row. They have 8 rounds to work with, which is obviously much better than at one point it was. What was it? Yeah, it was 7-3, wasn't it? So they've made quite a comeback. They can be quite proud about themselves, but we'll see how well they can do here in the second half, because Nemiga definitely have experience playing on a map like Nuke, but playing here on the T side for some teams can be regarded as more the harder side. But we'll see how it is for Nemiga, as they're very quick and actually making their way on the B bomb side, as they've been able to run past through secret, had a single player able to spot him out, and once the bomb ends up going down, I'm not really sure if Prosto will have all of the players here on the B side. They are anticipating it. There seems to be a couple players here on the Ram side, and Kenzer though tries to get the early kill here. I can't succeed just yet.
Bomb has been planted.
Let's see how it works out here for Prosto. As definitely want to try to go for this retake. There's really no need to be holding off. And there's the Robo find a kill on Ivan. We can see that some of these players have actually made a lot of progress here entering the bomb site. It's still a free on free, in which it looks like Prosto have actually dropped the defuse kits. That is a bit of a shame here for Prosto. How are they supposed to try to hold this one off? They cannot. Lollipop and MDS are able to find the last kills, and that's another round here for Nemiga. So far, they're going to continue on with this streak of theirs, as now they have won 6 rounds in a row. Kenzer has put himself in quite an interesting position. There seems to be one player right underneath him, and he does land a shot and hit mouse. Which, even though he might just end up recovering the rifle, yet we still have to face the likes of Lollipop. Which I do like the still from the Prosto guys. I mean, oh, there you go. Kenzer does end up landing the kill. But one thing I did want to say is that I do like this from Prosto, as they, you know, they put themselves in a pretty difficult scenario to be winning a round like this. You know, standing around and put the force by in default positions is definitely a possibility, though you definitely want to see them try to do something more funky to actually get the round victory. For now, it's kind of working out, but I mean, trying to get the retake here is still a possibility here, possibly. Think about it. Kenzer has got the defuse kit, so oh, their Flarich actually lining up one scout shot. I wouldn't be too surprised if they continue on moving forward, but as we can see, Flarich, alongside his teammate Kenzor, wouldn't try to conceal this round. Actually try to save the scout and the AK-47 in the hands of Kenzor. Which also does make a lot of sense, as in this upcoming round, yes, it will be Nico for the likes of Prosto, but at the very least, they will have some extra money coming into this one. Oh, looks like MDS will find Flarich, which I'm not really sure why both players just didn't decide to save their weapons together and decide to go separately. But okay, I guess that also works here for Prosto. They at least end up saving the rifle, but it's obviously much better here for Nemiga, because they should realize the very simple fact that this round will be a full eco here for Prosto, and a good opportunity to get the 11th round on the board. Some early damage being dealt. Not sure if MDS can win the fight against both of them, and apparently he cannot. It's now looking like a pretty big flop here for Nemiga, but they should be able to recover in this round. They still got some players with some pretty good weapons, and of course they will recover the bomb to, I think, make a push here on the A bomb side. That seems to be where the players are heading. Of course, they still have utility to actually smoke out the position here of Kenzer, which seems to be part of the agenda here for Nemiga. It even looks like the Prosto guys don't even want to try to contest this round. They will allow for Nemiga to get one more round at the board, but at the very least, they do realize the fact that on that 19th round, this is where both teams will go up against a force buy. Well, not necessarily force, but a proper gun round between the two. So I wonder, with this extra money being saved up here by Prosto, will they actually consider and make the purchase of a sniper rifle? Some good taps coming in. Not sure if Kenzer can escape the bullets there from Lollipop. That would have been quite a Matrix moment, but it looks like, yeah, Nemiga don't necessarily have to take the fight against Lonesome Avon, but yeah, they're actually gonna still be able to keep at least a couple of their players alive here in Nemiga, which is, again, pretty good for the economy. But right about now, this is the part I was talking about. Prosto do end up making a force buy here. Well, shall I say investment, as they did end up saving this money for a long time. We just have to wait and see how successful it is here for the likes of Prosto. Oh, you kinder. If only he knew how many players were coming his way. It looks like he doesn't really want to know the answer, just wants to try to get the hell out of there, which he did succeed for now. Doesn't look like the Nemiga players are going to continue on pushing forward. It does look like, however, the Nemiga players, with them having ramp side control, it doesn't look like they will necessarily continue on moving forward. One thing that they do have on their side is obviously, well, map control would be one of them. But the second fact is that they still have time to work with. So if they do wish so, they can still maybe try to enter even this A-bomb set for the upper hair area, which seems to be plausible. Because that is where MDS is stationed here. It's actually going to be going for such a ballsy play. I mean, it is, like I said, a ballsy play. And with 30 seconds remaining, they have to make a decision. Where on earth does Nemiga want to try and go? Looks like, if anything, they're going to be making their way towards the A-bomb side. Well, at least MDS will. But the primarily push will be happening here. Yeah, through heaven it looks like. And they are able to find some of these crucial kills right now. 10 seconds to plant the bomb. It looks like it will be enough for the Prosto guys to actually still try to recuperate and try to hit this bomb site. But it's obviously not looking too shabby here for Nemiga. Definitely have got some pretty strong positions here. Pretty good crossfire set up here on the bomb side. Yo might just be able to get the initial kill, or it might just be his buddy Hitmouse. As right now with the smoke grenade blocking out the vision of Heo, now he's gonna try to peek on in. Do they anticipate his position here? They don't check him. That's the lineup for Yo for one and the second. Very well done here by the Estonian, as that's gonna be the 12th round here for Nemiga. Some crucial stuff here from Yo. If it does he end up winning that clutch, well, obviously that's a round here for Prosto, but it's a very good thing he was able to find that perfect timing. There we go. Let's see, the replay comes in. Perfectly done here by Yo. It does end up looking like the Nemiga guys might just actually make their way towards outside. This is where they have deployed a smoke towards garage. In fact, on both garages apparently, making sure that the Prosto guys can find a single kill. But apparently, there's still a pretty huge opening for Ivan to get the better of Yo. Now with Nemiga losing their own player pretty early on here, I wonder, are they going to continue on moving forward, as apparently one of the guys here, MDS to be exact, has been able to push on through, but Flaherty still finds him. So it's still not looking as good as it probably could be here for Nemiga. Flaherty, crucial kills by him. As subtly, he's able to pull it back for the team and hit Mouse alongside his buddy Lollipop. Gonna be struggling here, I'd say. They need to find some opening here ASAP if they still want to end up winning this round. Oh, that could be one of them. Works out well for Hit Mouse, not so much for Lollipop. Yeah, that seems to be pretty much the round here for Prosto. I must admit though, pretty well done there by the likes of Ivan. Having a pretty good hold there. Flaherty as well, doing a very good job. Alright, these odds seem to be making a bit more sense than the previous ones, where, wasn't it like Nemiga on 1 and Prosto like something like 10? That was just ridiculous. But yeah, I do agree with these odds much more than the previous ones. For those who are tuning in, welcome. This is the StarSeries Season 7 European Qualifier. The name's Danny. And we are seeing the matchup here. Prosto going up against Nemiga. The first map was won by Prosto. Flourish. That's some pretty good spray control. Doesn't have landed the kill on Lollipop, but there's still the Nemiga players have been able to cross here on the B bombs, and apparently doesn't win the fight against Def. At the very least, Def does go down, but already we can see that the damage has been dealt on these players. Flourish has made his way down here, and there's the 9th round here for Prosto. As the Ukrainian squad, with some sprinkle of Latvians, will have themselves another good they will have another good opportunity to actually win a pretty good round here against Nemiga, as it looks like the Belarusians, with one Estonian by their side, will just try to go for Nico here. We can see that the money situation just isn't that great. There's of course MDS, Lollipop, who just simply don't have enough money to make a proper purchase, and because the money isn't that even, like I said, I wouldn't be too surprised if the Nemiga guys just decide to go for an eco here. We can see that a timeout has been taken out by Nemiga as well, to maybe discuss their current situation. It would be quite a shame if we would see a similar scenario like it was in Dust 2, where it looks like Nemiga almost on the brink of winning that map, and slowly but surely we saw the Prosto guys make a very good comeback, and at the end of it all, Nemiga just not able to pull it back to match point. That was pretty much the story of Dust 2, and this time around it seems to be like the tables have turned. It is Prosto who are trying to make the comeback here. There's a bit of a fast push here from from Nemiga, and as fast as it was, it ended even quicker, as the Prosto players were able to shut down every single Nemiga player, and there wasn't really nothing they could have done at that point. I was maybe hoping to see them actually just go for the straight up push down outside, but apparently they do decide to face Flourish and Ivan, which clearly is a big mistake. Looks like yet again we're going to see some of the Nemiga players taking some outside control early on here. We do have a couple of teammates making sure they can be very careful in their approach, and if necessary some trade fracks can take place. Ivan will still find the better of Yo, and apparently I don't think they realize the position here of MDS, who has been blinded by the flash of MDS. So right about now, MDS, he could be the difference maker for this Nemiga roster, as the Prosto players simply unaware of his position. Even though he did give away that sound cue, Ikenner does still end up going down. And I do wonder where they're going to continue on moving forward. There's Lollipop with a crucial kill, and even though Ivan is here holding up here towards heaven, this kill could be the difference maker. And yeah, that was very easily telegraphed here by MDS. And Ivan, let's get the better of one of these players. There's still a lot more to come, and Ivan still anticipates one more guy to come up here, and he does succeed with the no-scope. That seems to be pretty much it here for Robo, and in fact the Nemiga roster on this 23rd round, as I'm not really sure if Robo can get anything done here. Unless the bomb plant, that seems to be plausible, as I don't think there seems to be a single player here on the B side from Prosto. So he might just be getting something done here. Or in fact, is this? No. No, Robo, if you want to try to get this round, whoop, that's some poor timing from him. Looks like Ivan will get the better of Robo, and that's in fact 4 kills for Ivan into the round. So he definitely did his part, and really not a bad round for Prosto overall. It looked like at one point, if the Heaven guys just able to eliminate, well, one of the players that decide to push Heaven here from Nemiga are able to eliminate Ivan quick enough, something tells me that would have been an easy round for Nemiga, as then they could have been able to overwhelm the upper bomb site and just get the bomb down and get themselves the victory. Obviously, that wasn't nearly the case. It wasn't as clear-cut as I just stated here. We're of course going to be seeing a proper investment here from Nemiga, or shall I say more of a partial investment. They have some of those upgraded pistols, sure, as well as the Kevlars. And they even have a decent amount of utility, so something tells me they might just try to get some outside control here. But of course, if you only have the pistols, you don't really have a lot of opportunities other than just go down secret. And this is an odd position here from Ivan. Looks like he kind of misread the economical situation here, because he can get very easily overwhelmed by these Nemiga players. So honestly, if he doesn't end up landing the shot, he has to get the hell out of there as soon as possible. Otherwise, that could be, yep, that's now going to be an AWP in the hands of Nemiga. Oh boy, this isn't looking too good here for Prosto. They end up losing a sniper rifle player so early that, in fact, Robo, oh, looks like he has revealed himself. Delph got to be quite careful about this one, as I think he anticipates a lot of these players to come down towards B. At this point, it looks like Nemiga right now, they still got themselves an option to head on back towards A. That seems to be what they're doing right now. I don't think there's actually a single player there on the A bomb, so there's Flash here outside, Def here on the B side, and I think Yakinder, yeah, Yakinder has rotated away from A. So this is looking perfect right now for Nemiga to get themselves one more round of the board. Looks like Flash anticipates the player to be there. Did he see him? No, he did. Now he clearly did, so Prosto still able to find some kills here, which is pretty good right now. And if they want to try to go for the retake here, they definitely have to hurry up here, because right now, Nemiga, that time is definitely on their side, but we can still see that some of the Prosto guys are able to find some crucial kills. Yo finally goes down, and right about now, Hitmouse, does he actually get the kills here? He does find one kill, and the second one in Yakinder. Very well done here by Hitmouse, and I think it was very, like what, maybe 1 or 2 seconds left to get the defuse in, and Hitmouse found some perfect timing. Like, I wonder how this round's now going to turn out here for the likes of Prosto. Because if you do recall, I mean, that was a round where Prosto had to win. Because they didn't succeed, I think it might just be on the back of their minds. Or at least a couple more rounds here. Oh, Flourish, he could get a flurry of frag here. There's the first, the second wave from Flourish, and there's Ivan to help him out. So Flourish is doing such a good job here in the outside area. In fact, pretty much single-handedly is able to take down 2 of them. This does mean that the Prosto players, they definitely got themselves a very good chance to actually win this round and secure it in a pretty orderly fashion. But the thing is, though, like, we have to take a look at the perspective of Nemiga. What on earth are they going to be doing at this point? Apparently nothing. Kenzor definitely sees the player right in front of him. Gonna wait for the second one, and boom, that's some easy stuff for Kenzor, as MDS gets absolutely wrecked by the 4-on-3 resolution. Yeah, that was so well done by Kenzor. Honestly, but yeah, I don't think even if he would have had a wider resolution, that probably wouldn't help. I must say that I myself use quite a funky resolution. It's, maybe I'll talk about resolutions a bit later on here, as we're having some very quick action here on the upper bomb side. Def is going to be getting a couple kills here with his weapons, as it looks like the Nemiga push has been stopped by these smoke grenades, and I don't think, yep, Def will find, and oh, that's some good timing for Def, as he's able to have a very clean round so far. And it looks like Hitmouse out here towards ramp, he actually could just make his way towards B side, because apparently there's not a single player here looking down towards ramp, so Hitmouse could find some success. But yeah, I've talked about resolutions. Like, I personally use a resolution where it's not really like borders on the sides, like on the right and left side. I have borders like on the you know, like up, down, and on the left and the right sides. It's not your traditional black borders, but it gets the job done. Hitmouse, though, slowly but surely shifting his way towards the B side. Once he end up planting the bomb here, it's gonna be pretty much obvious where on earth Hitmouse is stationed at. But the thing is though, as Hitmouse is left in this position, yeah, GG just has to try to plant the bomb here. There's 50 seconds remaining. He will be able to plant it right behind the silo, which isn't too bad here. I don't really like the fact that Def is out here by his lonesome. Should have waited for your teammates there, Def. And right now, both of them right behind the door. Hitmouse definitely has got a chance to stand against the two CTs. As they are moving in here, they are going to be getting the kill on Hitmouse. But that looks so doable for him to get that clutch in. Well done by Hitmouse. As it looked like he might just be able to come out on top here. At the very least, Prosto do end up avoiding another disaster, as that would have been just horrible if they lost that round as well. Here though, it ends up looking like the Nemiga guys just gonna go back on pistols. They really need to make a proper investment on that 28th round. It's just that here they have to try to secure as much money as possible. Seems to be Hitmouse, gonna make his way down B very quickly. Flourish here again on the outside position hasn't been cleared out by none of the T players, and of course he heard a lot of footsteps there from them guys. They're gonna continue on moving forward, and it's still looking pretty good right now for Nemiga to actually plant the bomb here on the bomb site, which seems to be what they're gonna be able to do here. Yet Lollipop still gets the kill on Yukinder. Robo finds one against Flourish. I'm not really sure how it's working out here for Nemiga, but it sure is. Ivan right now trying to spot out whatever he can in this position, and it does end up looking that none of the Nemiga players are going to be offering up any kills so far. Of course, Prosto have to continue on moving forward. They have to get the defuse in, but it's still looking likely for them, even though Nemiga players have put themselves in some good positions. There's the Yo finding the kill, and don't tell me that Nemiga is somehow going to be able to pull this one off. That would be just ridiculous. Kenzo right now. In fact, it's all to Kenzo trying to get the clutch in, and somehow on the pistols, Nemiga are able to win such an important round. That is absolutely absurd. How are they able to get that victory here? And most importantly, it's again the likes of Prosto losing only to mere pistols, and that's gotta hurt for them. That has got to hurt. Yeah, if anything, after a round like that, you have to be taking the time out here if you're Prosto, but looks like Nemiga will do the favor for them and take the time out themselves, as they probably realize how close they're actually to winning this matchup. The Prosto guys will still go for the full-on investment here, but imagine if Prosto ends up losing this one, that's pretty much it for their chances in the second map. That's going to be such a crucial round to win if you're an Nemiga. Because you get this and you pretty much secure yourself map 1 here. You're going to be able to wreck the economy of Prosto, and the last round of the game could be quite easy for Nemiga. So this round so far has got to be the most important one for both of the teams. This is quite interesting right now from Nemiga, because they're actually making pushes on 2 parts of the map at the same time. They actually had some of their players towards ramp. Now they have players on outside. Flarich will be able to see the player, but it's a bit too late. MDS still gets the better of him. And even more so, it looks even more possible for Nemiga to actually even try to hit the safe bomb site right now, because they will have a guy in the heaven area. Yep, there's MDS. It looks like Def is just ready and waiting for one of these players to pop out of heaven, but once he does, I mean, I'm not really sure if he can actually get anything done here. There's some trades going on here. It's still looking pretty good right now for Prosto. It's suddenly a 3-on-2, with bomb now being dropped here, and Lollipop now is the last man standing here for the Nemiga side. Enough time to get the bomb plant in. by the looks of things, but can actually get himself out of here. He might just be able to get himself behind the silo, or apparently not. There's Ivan with the kill. And it looks like, again, we're gonna be going the distance here. 14 to 14. And it's not an easy victory for no team, apparently. Same was the storyline for the Dust 2 matchup. As it was again down to 14-14. We saw Prosto win the map. Actually, no. Prosto win the 15th round. Then there was Nemiga to win the 15th one in some pretty important circumstances. And now would you look at this. Where's the money here for Nemiga? Tell me, guys, where is it? I'll tell you, it's non-existent. They have to go for the force buy here, as their money is just looking awful at this point. This is a very good chance here for Prosto, though we have seen them blow even opportunities like this away, so we're just gonna have to wait and see how it turns out. Oh, Yo has put himself in a pretty peculiar position with the Mac-10. In there towards outside. Not sure if he can actually get anything done with that Mac-10 of his, but he is making his way in secret. Ivan has revealed his position. I don't see how this round... It could still go any way at this point. But it kind of looks like the Nemiga players might just be setting up to just make a vent room dive towards the B side. That seems to be the most plausible idea. But of course, if anything, if they want to try to commit, they have to face the AUG here of Def. He's going to be seeing a lot more players coming his way. He does land the kill, and Lollipop is looking pretty good right now for Prosto, as even Ivan made his way in the sort of vent room. So this is looking so good right now for Prosto. There's one more kill working out for Prosto. Robo alongside Hitmouse. It looks like they have recovered the bomb. So that's at least one thing working out for the likes of Nemiga, but of course, once they begin planting the bomb, they're going to get swarmed by these CTs from all positions. They're making a lot of noise there on the upper bomb side. And it doesn't look like they're committing just yet. 20 seconds. They have to begin planting the bomb here, Nemiga. Which they will end up doing. Look, the flash is now being deployed here from the Prosto guys. You can see that some of the positionings here are pretty good here for Prosto. And right about now, the push to take place. Kinder finds one kill, but there's Hitmouse right behind the silo, finding one more, and Ivan will succeed against Hitmouse. And this does mean there's the 15th round here for Prosto. A pretty crucial one at that. But at the very least, with Nemiga getting the bomb plant, they will have some extra money in this 29th round. But it's obviously not going to be looking too good here for Nemiga. There's what? The rifles coming through. That's not bad. But interestingly enough, they will decide to purchase 2 players with the Mac-10 so that they would have extra utility. Which I do respect here from Nemiga. I mean, you still want to have some extra utility coming into a round like this. If you would just be rolling this with the rifles, sure, you can find some entry frags. But of course, having some more utility would definitely be a good idea. Flyers though, doing some pretty damage on Hitmouse, and it looks like he will go down to the hands of Def. With Nemiga throwing down the cross smokes on outside, there's one huge smoke and one huge gap missing. So Ivan right now has pretty much been able to lock down these Nemiga players from continuing on pushing towards the B side. This is looking like a peculiar round right now, as pretty much all the Nemiga players are just stuck here towards secret. If they're gonna pop out, there has to be some Prosto guys just waiting for them to come out of this secret position. One of them? Flare. Oh, that's some perfect timing for Robo. He will get the kill here on Flarich. Oh, that's some precision. And where on earth did Nemiga want to try to go to that right now? They got a decent amount of possibilities, especially with Robo finding that kill onto Flarich. Ivan, though, can he actually succeed? He will be good for 1 frag. But that's all he's going to be getting right now. The Prosto guys, looks like they've realized that the jig is up. That Nemiga are going to be making this push happen here at the B site. Looks like all 3 players are going to be coming in from ramp right now from Prosto. Oh, Robo's here. And well, actually, wow, would you look at that? All the Nemiga players have went up the vent to the A bomb site right now. The bomb will go down. And I think Prosto realized what just happened. Oh man, that's some perfect timing here for Nemiga. If anything right now, they have a very good chance in this round. Lollipop in a position where I don't think the Nemiga, well, pardon me, the Prosto player is going to be looking towards. As he Kinder. Oh, he's deployed the grenade. Lollipop knows there's one guy right beside him. And oh no, it's Kenzer shooting his own buddy there. Are down to a 2-on-2 in which the Prosto guy is going to continue on pushing forward. They have to find these kills as soon as possible. There's one here for Nemiga. And right about now, Dev can get the last 2 kills, which means that we're going to another set of overtime. It is 15-15. Not really sure what the holdup is at this point, as I don't think there seems to be any sort of issue for the 2 teams. We should be able to come back to this matchup. Well, oh wait, what just happened? How come Keeper decided to join the terrorists here? I'd love to see him go back to the coaching position, or disconnect entirely. But yeah, this is going to be now a very interesting half here for both teams. The good thing here for heading into overtime is that you're going to be having so much money here for both CT and T sides. So money is definitely not going to be an issue. It's just going to come down to a team is winning the rounds. That's what matters here in overtime. For those who are tuning in, welcome. The name is Sir Danny. This is, of course, StarSeries Season 7 European Qualifier. This is also, I think, the decider matchup between Prosto and Nemiga, which means that the winner of this one will be heading over to the playoffs, because Nemiga, if I do recall correctly, yes, Nemiga did end up winning their matchup, their opening matchup against Virtus Pro. By then, Virtus Pro is still a team. Oh, I guess I could have some bragging rights, because that was, I think, the last official match Virtus Pro has had, and I ended up casting it, so I get some clout, I guess. Because I remember that matchup, how Nemiga just decimated Virtus Pro in a 2-0 fashion. I think they won Inferno like 16-3, and I think the second map was like 16-11 on Mirage. So that was a pretty easy affair. Prosto, if you're wondering how on earth did they get here, well, they had to face Virtus Pro in the loser matchup, but because Virtus Pro did end up playing them, so now they're just playing the decider here against Nemiga. Seems quite fair. As overall, I'd still say that their group, the Group D matchup, is kind of the weakest one, because you have a team that's no longer exists. That's of course Virtus Pro. They have completely forfeited their matchups. You have Freedmax, who will be able to come out on top here. In fact, they already have. They have 2 victories in the group stage out of possible 2. And the Nemiga pro100 game, well, Prosta, is of course our very little decider here. Which obviously both teams want to try to contend here for a spot in the playoffs. As I'm not really sure if... let me think. The Nemiga guys, are they actually competing anywhere at this point other than the StarSeries Season 7 qualifiers? I don't think so. I honestly don't think that they compete anywhere soon right now. And I'm not really sure if Prost are able to have... are really competing in anywhere significant other than this qualifier right here. So it's obviously quite an important qual for both of these teams, and both of them trying to represent the CIS region. Which is just quite interesting when you think about it. European qualifiers, CIS teams. Well, I guess if we should get all political, we can't really say Ukraine is now part of the CIS. They've actually left the Commonwealth of Independent States, so they're not technically CIS, so they're pretty much EU in the continent sense, but they haven't really joined the European Union, that's for certain. But I do wonder, like, what's the holdup at this point? Like, how come Keeper keeps joining the team as a player and not a coach? I guess there seems to be some issues with the config. I do hope those can get fixed as soon as possible, because this matchup has been taken on for some time. And of course, in the next 5 or so minutes, we should be jumping into our next matchup, our next best of 3, which will be Winstrike going up against the Polish AGO, or AGO. Well, looks like our matchup is finally live here. We can continue on seeing how it's going to work out here for the both teams. As I mentioned earlier, they're going to have so much money here on both sides that it really doesn't matter. You can just be going for these double op setups for days. We can see that, oh, Ivan will start the initial kill. Seems to be a push going on here from the Nemiga players here on the upper bomb side. It's kind of working out for them so far, but as we can see, the guys still haven't been able to drop the bomb carrier, which does mean that Robo alongside Hitmouse still gonna be able to plant the bomb here. And when you look at that, the Nemiga players have been able to sneak past through the defensive here of Prosto. They're gonna be able to plant the bomb here. Yakinder though very close by towards Robo, and yet Yakinder, the flames still end up consuming Hitmouse in that position. And it looks like, yep, this round is pretty much over here. Ivan will secure himself 4 kills, but of course, with a very sweet knife in the end. So there's 16 rounds here for Prosto and Nemiga. Even though it was a pretty nice attempt there on the upper bomb side push, it didn't really work out here for the Belarusians. I guess we could see the replay here. It was pretty nice here from Ivan, but even more so what impressive was obviously his op abilities he was able to get. Let's see how much more success the Prosto guy is going to have here on the CT side. Once again, they're going to continue on Rocket's double op setup. Good kill here by Lollipop, as does find an early entry here for the Nemiga players. If they do wish so, they can probably again try to continue on pushing on that upper bomb side. It does end up looking like the Nemiga players, at this point, they have waited quite a decent amount of time for me to find out one of these Prosto guys, try to get some early pushes in, but that's not really the case. We can see that Prosto are playing very safe CS right now. On that CT side, Flarage right now, hoping to maybe see a couple players come his way towards Secret, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yet Kinder is able to spout out one of these players. And if only he knew how close they are to actually try to shut him down towards Hell, and yet MDS goes in straight up for the face there of Yekender. There's the second kill for him. And right now, this is looking very good for Nemiga to actually get one more round of the board. They should be able to enter the bomb site here, and they have really cleared out the position here of Kenzer. Yekender going with that Deagle of his, and now it's all to Kenzer to get that clutch in, and he actually gets it. Well done by Kenzer, as he's able to get free kills, and most important, the last one onto Robo. So this means that right now there's 17 rounds here for Prosto, which means that this is already looking like a very good half for them. For those who are wondering, because this is MR3, there are only 3 rounds being played on the half, and the winner, or shall I say, the team that first ends up reaching 19 rounds will be declared winner. It seems to be an early push there from Robo. Wasn't able to get anything done here against Ivan's AWP, which I must say though, he definitely positioned himself in some interesting spots. That's of course a very good, I'll say, speciality of an opera, to be maneuverable, to be mobile as much as possible, and still even in different parts of the map and different positions able to find kills. Or it can be like Def with that AUG of his, able to find a kill on Yo, and looks like there's going to be a lot more players coming his way. Looks like Kenzer is there to help him out, and Kenzer will get free. Don't tell me he actually positioned himself right behind the wall and just allowed for all those free players to just cross and not even look at him. Man, I would love to see the replay from his POV, but I think I've already described the situation well enough. And, well, this is now 18 rounds here for Prosto. As for Nemiga, this is looking pretty dire. Unless they can pull off a Prosto by winning 3 rounds in a row, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how well the Belarusians can perform here on the CT side. As of course now, going to be 2 ops being purchased by Nemiga. There's one in the hands of Robo, one in the hands of Yo. Not sure we're going to be able to see any fast plays here from Prosto, but there's definitely a kill there for Yo, as he's able to find the better of Ivan. Looks like the remaining Prosto roster will just continue on pushing forward towards outside, and Def, even though, will be able to escape at least some of that nade damage. But there's a good thing here for MDS. He does have a teammate backing him up. And that teammate, of course, is Yo's to get up close, but he doesn't miss the shot with the sniper up. That's so uncanny for him. And right now, Prosto is probably going to continue on moving forward. There's still some good trades here for Nemiga. But obviously, the Prosto guys, they should be able to get the bomb down. There's Flarage now left in a 1-on-2. Notice the positioning of pretty much the last 2 remaining players. He should be able to get the kill. Yes, Lollipop, he sure does. There's one more round here for Nemiga, as it is looking very likely for them to maybe even have a pretty solid CT side. But that's the thing, they need to win all 3 rounds here in a row. That is the most important thing here for Nemiga, because simply winning 1 is not good enough. If you're going to allow the Prosto guys to at least acquire one more round, that's going to be it. Prosto going to reach 19, and they're going to be crowned victors not only in this second map, but in the entire series, as they did end up winning the first map, Dust 2. There seems to be an early push there from Kinder, at least he does made his way down vents. Oh man, he was just ready and waiting for one of these players to jump down for him to get the quick knife kill. Apparently Yo gets spotted in the smoke, not really sure how that happened, but this is not looking very good for Prosto. All they have to do is continue on moving on this B bomb site. You have your Kinder holding off vents, so if anything, you have to be very careful on the bomb site itself and ramp. That should be good enough for you to win the round. There's going to be, of course, a lot of these Nemiga players now realizing what's going on here. Robo still lands the shot on one of these players, still no kill, and the nade's simply not good enough. And of course, it looks like Prosto have slowed things down to a crawl, apparently. Robo, though, yep, he does see Kenzer in that position. At this point, I wouldn't be too surprised to see if Prosto do end up back in the way and maybe heading back towards the A bomb side. That's obviously a possibility here for the Ukrainians. As what we can see from this one, Dev looks like he's going to try to make some sort of distraction here, but apparently that may not be the case. This may be a full-on commitment here, as there's still some good trades here for Prosto. As right about now, Avon just has to plant the bomb in this position. Ykinder finally, his position in the vents finally pays off. There's Dev taking down MDS, and now it's all in the hands of Ykinder. And that's going to be it, folks. 19-16 here in favor of Prosto, and they do end up winning the best of 3. They're going to be heading over to the playoffs.